getting a facility clearance is not like joining your grandma's book club. No, it's much more involved. Hi, I'm Pamela Miner, a government contractor, consultant with decades of experience in government contracting. We're talking about facilities that house information so sensitive, so potentially explosive, that even the suggestion of a leak could make a grown senator weep into their flagpin. We're diving deep into the world of facility clearance, a process so rigorous, so bureaucratic, that it would make a tax audit look like a trip to Disneyland. So, if you've ever wondered what it takes to be entrusted with Uncle Sam's most prized secrets, get ready for a wild ride through the wonderful world of security clearances. First things first, you can't just decide one day, hey, I think I'll open a facility that handles top secret government contracts. You need a fairy godmother, a guardian angel, or in this case, a sponsoring agency. This isn't some random dude you met at Starbucks who can vouch for you. We're talking about a bona fide, government-approved entity that's already knee-deep, no neck deep, in the world of classified information. They're the ones who say, yeah, this facility seems legit. They might be able to handle the weight of, not accidentally sparking an international incident. And why is this sponsorship so crucial? Because it's about trust, my friends. The government isn't just handing out keys to the kingdom, to anyone with a lease agreement and a dream. They need to know that the facility they're entrusting with national security is accountable to someone, that there's a bigger entity watching, guiding, and ready to step in if things go sideways. It's like a security blanket, but instead of a comforting pattern, it's woven from regulations, background checks, and enough paperwork to make a bureaucrat weep with joy. All right, so you've got your sponsor, the government equivalent of a cool older sibling who lets you borrow their ID. Now it's time to make things official, legally binding, and about as much fun as reading the fine print on a car warranty. Enter the security agreement, a document so comprehensive, so detailed, that it would make even the most meticulous lawyer say, yeah, that seems like a lot. This isn't just some casual agreement scribbled on a napkin. This is a legally binding contract that outlines every single rule, regulation, and responsibility a facility has when it comes to handling sensitive information. We're talking about the who, what, when, where, and how of protecting national security. It covers everything from how information is stored and accessed to the procedures for reporting even the slightest hint of a security breach. Think of it as the ultimate rule book, a sacred text that dictates every aspect of security within the facility. Why is this so important? Because it sets the ground rules for the entire operation. It establishes a clear understanding of the expectations and consequences, ensuring that everyone involved is on the same page when it comes to protecting sensitive information. It's about creating a culture of security where every single person understands the weight of their responsibility. Now let's talk about the people who will actually be working within these hallowed halls of secrecy, the ones entrusted with the keys to the kingdom, or at least the keys to the secure server room. Remember those sponsorship forms, the security agreements, all that paperwork we just discussed? Well, it was basically just a warm-up act for the main event background checks, and not just your average, did you graduate high school? Kind of check. We're talking deep dives into every nook and cranny of a person's past. Financial history, foreign contacts, that weird phase in college they don't talk about. It's all fair game. These checks are so thorough, so exhaustive, that they make private investigators look like they're just asking politely if you've ever seen any suspicious activity. They're looking for any red flags, any vulnerabilities that could potentially compromise the integrity of the facility. It's about ensuring that the people handling sensitive information are trustworthy, reliable, and not likely to, say, sell state secrets for a weekend getaway to Bermuda. Remember, it's not personal, it's just national security. So, you've got your sponsor, signed your life away on the dotted line, and assembled a team so squeaky clean, they make Mr. Clean look like a slob. Now it's time to turn that ordinary office building into a fortress of secrecy, a veritable Fort Knox of classified information. We're talking about security measures so robust, so impenetrable, that they would make a Bond villain proud, or at least mildly impressed. Think layers upon layers of security, starting with the basics like perimeter fencing, surveillance cameras, and access control systems that would rival the TSA's dedication to pat-downs. But it doesn't stop there. We're talking intrusion detection systems, biometric scanners, and enough motion sensors to make a spider feel claustrophobic. And let's not forget about the cybersecurity measures, firewalls, intrusion detection software, and enough encryption to make a cryptographer's head spin. And the best part? This is just the tip of the iceberg. The actual security measures implemented will vary depending on the specific level of clearance required and the sensitivity of the information being handled. You've jumped through hoops, navigated a labyrinth of paperwork, and transformed your facility into an impenetrable fortress. You'd think you'd be done, right? Wrong. It's time for the final boss of facility clearance, the inspection. This isn't your average. Let's make sure the fire extinguisher isn't expired kind of inspection. This is the government coming in with a fine-toothed comb, a magnifying glass, and probably a black light, just to be safe. They're leaving no stone unturned, no security measure unchecked. They're reviewing every document, testing every system, and probably interrogating the office goldfish just to be sure it's not a cleverly disguised listening device. It's intense, it's thorough, and it's absolutely essential. Think of it as the final exam, the culmination of all your hard work. And just like any good final exam, it's designed to make you sweat. But if you've done everything right, if you've followed the rules and dotted your I's and crossed your T's, then you'll pass with flying colors. And then, my friends, you'll be granted the coveted facility clearance, the golden ticket to the world of government secrets. Congratulations, you've successfully navigated the treacherous terrain of facility clearance and emerged victorious, clutching that hard-earned clearance in your sweaty, triumphant hand. Time to kick back, relax, and, oh wait, you can't, because the journey doesn't end there. In the thrilling saga of facility clearance, obtaining the clearance is merely the first chapter. Now, you enter the exciting sequel, continuous monitoring and compliance. Think of it as the never-ending story, a constant quest to maintain the highest standards of security, because the government isn't just going to give you a pat on the back and disappear into the sunset. They'll be watching, monitoring, and conducting regular audits to make sure you're not slacking off. Remember all those security measures you painstakingly implemented? Well, they need to be regularly tested, updated, and upgraded to stay ahead of the ever-evolving threat landscape. And don't even think about letting those background checks lapse. New employees need to be vetted. Existing employees need to be reevaluated. And everyone needs to undergo regular security training. It's about maintaining a culture of vigilance, of never letting your guard down, of treating every day like it's your first rodeo in the world of classified information. So, there you have it, a glimpse into the often overlooked, highly bureaucratic, and surprisingly complex world of facility clearance. It's a process that's both daunting and essential, a testament to the lengths we go to protect sensitive information. And while it may seem like a lot of hoops to jump through, remember this: it's not about making life difficult for those seeking to handle classified information. It's about protecting national security, safeguarding our secrets from those who would seek to do us harm. So the next time you hear about facility clearance, remember this video. Remember the dedication, the rigor, and the sheer amount of paperwork involved. And then maybe, just maybe, send a thank you note to those unsung heroes working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep our secrets safe.